smaller pieces to see if I can work it into other legislation. We might not be able to get it for the whole government, but we might be able to get it in this or that agency or this or that department, at least in specified ways. And once we become more comfortable with that, I think there's a real opportunity to get it in there. There also may be some opportunities in connection with debt ceiling increase discussions, spending bill discussions, in order to bring in a shorter term version of something like the REINS Act. And once the American people see this and see this in motion, I think they're going to like it, and I think it will prove to be popular. And it's with very good reason. The American people, many of them feel very distant from their national government, with good reason. It is itself distant from where most of them live physically, but it's also outside the hands of many of the people they just elected to make their laws. If I had a nickel for every time the following scenario unfolds, an executive branch agency makes a new law, laws, many of them carry criminal penalties. They are otherwise enforceable against the American people. They are, for all intents and purposes, laws. They make a new law, and then constituents write letters saying, or make phone calls saying, hey, this is killing us. This is making it impossible for us to run our business. It's irrational. What do we do? Members of Congress are notorious for writing back saying, dear sir, dear madam, those barbarians over there at that agency X, Y, or Z, they're barbarians, and I'm going to write them, the agency, a harshly worded letter. And that's most of the time the end of it. The American people have been sold short on this. They have had their birthright sold out from underneath them, as the task of lawmaking has been outsourced to people who cannot be fired. This is the closest thing to despotism that America has ever seen. And once the American